is Alicia from KLGadgetTV, and today we will be taking a look at the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. When Xiaomi announced the Redmi Note 3, not long after the launch of the Redmi Note 2, there were quite a lot of complaints as the former looked more polished and premium, which kind of defeats the purpose of buying the predecessor. Anyway, let bygones be bygones, and let's move on to this pretty little phone that is quite different from all of Xiaomi's offering. Looks-wise, I can't deny the fact that this is one of the best looking phones by Xiaomi to date. It has a matte metal unibody with rounded edges, which makes it look great, except that it can end up crashing to the ground as it is quite slippery in hand. Flip it to the back and everything feels so symmetrical, so pleasing to the eye. Now the camera lens is almost identical in size with the fingerprint sensor divided by the dual coloured LED flash in between. A chrome Mi logo sits just above the speaker grille, which are both located at the lower portion on the back of the device. Just like other Xiaomi phones, the Redmi Note 3 has its volume rocker on one side while the SIM card tray is on the other. One thing I have to say though, although we all know that the SIM card tray is not seen from the outside, so it looks doesn't really matter, but seriously, this is one ugly looking SIM card tray. While most Android phones tend to have on-screen navigation buttons, Xiaomi devices usually have it on the body itself, like the Redmi Note 3 here. The buttons are capacitive and decently responsive. Basically, functions-wise, everything is the same as its predecessor, with the only change externally is the metal unibody with the battery and back cover not removable. On the inside, however, is of course different from the older model. The Redmi Note 3 sports a Qualcomm Snapdragon 650, while this particular set comes with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage space, with micro SD support up to 128GB. Now this is a great improvement as the Note 2 previously only offered up to 32GB of external storage support. However, on the Note 2, you can use 2 SIM cards and a micro SD since the device had 3 slots. The new Note 3, however, features a hybrid SIM tray where you can only use either dual SIM or one SIM and micro SD. I was actually quite disappointed with that move. Let's move on. Now, browsing and flipping through screens are much smoother, and even rebooting is faster with the newer processor. The Redmi Note 3 doesn't heat up as much too, as the Qualcomm chip is better at heat management than the MediaTek's. As for software, there isn't really much to say, as both the older and newer Redmi Note comes with MIUI 7 on the Android Lollipop platform, although the OS versions are different. As for the user experience, the similarities are uncanny, which is not a bad thing really. Now, if you use any device with the MIUI 7, you can use the Redmi Note 3 with no noticeable difference. The Redmi Note 3 offers a 5.5-inch IPS LCD capacitive touchscreen with 1080 by 1920 pixels, exactly the same as the Note 2. However, when you place both devices side by side, the screen brightness on the Note 3 is brighter, sharper, and has a cooler color cast. Now, watching videos feels more immersive, and the photos on Instagram and Facebook look sharper and clearer. Now, the Redmi Note 3 is fitted with a 4000 mAh battery, which lasts for quite a while since the Snapdragon 650 is quite a power-efficient chip. Now, let's talk about the camera functions. Both devices have the same functions, but hardware-wise, the rear of the Note 3 sports a 16-megapixel f2.0 camera with face detection autofocus and dual-tone LED flash, while the front camera is f2.0 5-megapixel. Forget the specs and let's see how good are the photos. The Note 3 shoots brighter photos in higher contrast and a cooler tone, whereas the Note 2 is a bit more washed out in a warmer tone, but there is more background bokeh. Now, the photos in low light are okay, a little grainy but not too obvious. However, taking photos of moving objects indoors is a little tricky since the camera just isn't fast enough. Still decent but not great. So, is the Redmi Note 3 worth your pocket money? For 849 ringgit, this device is a decent all-rounder with good looks to boot. There is no reason not to buy this phone unless you just have something against China-made devices. So, thanks for watching our video of our review of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like us on social media at KLGadgetGuy, and at the same time, thank you to Coffee Leaks for letting us use their place to shoot our video. Coffees are for must-have for journalists. Yeah, anyway, to the next video, this is Alicia signing off. Bye bye.